Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. And you see this thing we are asking now, that you must recognize the Biafra referendum. It is going to end in the round table when the stupid and foolish ones have died in Biafra land. Many of those terrorists they are sending, they are going to die, all of them in Biafra land. You cannot just come to kill us and we watch you and fold our arms to watch you kill our women and children. It's not possible.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program wherever you are watching from. I urge you to please kindly like and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. This is the time for radical evangelism. Let us continue to push this message across to the whole world. You are all welcome to this very platform, a platform that belongs to the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the command and control of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. As you are seated, please watch closely to this very platform, and every information we disseminate are exactly and correct. Informations coming directly from the office of the United States of Biafra. Please watch closely and listen. In this program, you are going to hear from our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, on how she responds to the blackmail and propaganda from some of the media members in the United States of Biafra who are pushing lies and confusing Biafrans with wrong information. Please, listen to her information and you'll be glad you did. Let's hear her.
3 million, just for him to come out. I spoke with the wife. They've detained this guy since around November 2024 till now for committing no crime. Just imagine how many innocent Biafrans that are being committed in several Nigerian jails. And when I got the description of where that guy sleeps, on hard floor, very cold, and I strongly believe that is what Finland and Nigeria is doing to our innocent Biafrans too. That is what they do. They excommunicate them first. They lock them up. They isolate them, psychologically and physically trying to destroy innocent Biafrans for nothing, just for the oil, so they can continue to take the oil in our land. That is just one case. Really confirmed, realistic situation still held by Soludo in Oka for nothing. This is what the Nigerian state does. This is just one. There are thousands of innocent Biafrans locked up all over Nigeria for no crime. Many have been killed. Many of them, their organs are being harvested. Just because they are Biafrans, just because they want their own country, just because they do not want to live in a country where confirmed terrorists are reintegrated and hired inside the military and the police. That is their crime. So Biafrans, today, we are going to pass a bill into law by the cabinets. Honorable Uche, if you are going to monitor that, please. Give me 1 minute, and I'm going to read the bill and then read the statement of the government of the United States of Biafra on the crime of being a Biafran. Those of you who sees Biafrans as criminals, you are the criminal from today. You are the one committing the crime because we've done nothing. We are very loyal people. We obey the laws of the lands where we live. We follow the laws of the land where we live. We do not invade anybody. We do not take people's homes. We do not kill Christians. We do not kill Muslims. We do not invade and take over people's homes and properties anywhere in the world where Biafrans and indigenous Nigerians go. They follow the rules of the country. But you who are the criminals, based on your quest for the oil from the Biafra territory, you categorize us as terrorists. You kill the Christians. It doesn't matter as long as you get the oil. That's all you're interested in. Today, it's going to end. So we are going to pass the bill. And during the voting, we are only going to take the cabinet members during this vote. And Honorable Uche, if you want to capture the cabinet members that are present at this meeting, so that when the voting starts, we will be able to capture the number of votes. So it's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and read. Again, before I proceed, I want to also thank all Biafrans that are listening. I know it's not easy. Some of us have been through a lot, and we've been tolerating a lot. And that is why we've declared our independence, and we are telling Nigerian government to leave our land because we are not going to continue to allow them. We have notified the Nigerian state officially that Biafra is a sovereign state, is a sovereign nation. That official notification has been done to the office of Nigerian President Tinubu. We are not seeking your permission because you do not need to give us permission to be a free nation because it is our right. We are already a nation. But we have notified you so that the world will bear us witness that United States of Biafra have notified the Nigerian state that we are a sovereign nation. We have also notified Finland that they are holding the head of a government. They are holding the head of the United States of Biafra. We notified Nigerian state they are holding the leader of the United States of Biafra. That notification is part of the peaceful process we are going through to let the world know we are doing what we have to do in a peaceful way to protect the United States of Biafra. The statement of the government of the United States of Biafra on the crime of being Biafra. Crime of being Biafra, which Nigerian state has been selling that narrative to their global counterparts all over the world. The crime of being a Biafran. And I read, the United States of Biafra, reaffirming the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which addresses the individual and collective rights of indigenous peoples, expresses deep concern about the rise in discrimination hate speech, stigmatization, racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance against indigenous people who identify as Biafrans. Sorry about that. Let's start all over to read this, because that's a statement we need to clarify. We also term that the right to self-identity. Our right to self-identity. It is something that is very, very important. Because Nigerian state has misinformed the world on who Biafrans are. And based on that misinformation, some Western world has been giving Nigerian state arms and ammunition, which they use against the Biafra people. We all remember when the Toscano jet was given by the United States of Biafra, when Tinubu and his cohorts went to lie to America that there are terrorists in Nigeria. And they were given those jets. And they were warned not to use those jets in Biafra territory, in the southern part of Nigeria. But did they obey that? No. President Tinubu and Christopher Musa has broken that Lehi Accord by using those Toscano jets against the Biafran people. They've used that to kill innocent indigenous Biafrans and also innocent indigenous Nigerians. The reports are there where they use those jets to kill innocent indigenous Nigerians in the northern part. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. They send the reintegrated terrorists with this aircraft. They go up and bomb and kill hundreds of innocent Christians in northern Christian zone. And they come out and apologize. They also kill some innocent Muslims in the process. But most times, they never kill the terrorists that those equipment, those resources were meant to be used against. No, they don't. Why? Because they support those terrorists. They support them for the Islamization agenda they have. Nigeria is a nation that have almost 50% of Christians and 50% of Muslims. But today, we have a Muslim ticket where we have the Muslim being the president, the Muslim being the deputy president. What do you expect? That is why Christians are murdered in their hundreds in Nigeria, and no one is talking about that. Tinubu is not talking about that. Christopher Musa is not talking about that. A nation that have 50% Christians, 50% Muslims have been dragged. The whole nation has been dragged into the Islamic organization, IOC. Today, Nigeria is a member of the IOC. Where do we, Biafrans who are Christians, stand? How can you drag a whole part of a nation into an Islamic organization? Britain was part of that. And you expect us to keep quiet. Innocent Christians who are born in the northern part of Nigeria are forced to live by the Muslim law. You all remember Deborah that was stoned to death, a poor innocent Christian, and many others. That is what Tinubu and Christopher Musa is perpetuating and supporting today. And some of you, international leaders, you are aware of this, or you may not be aware, but you are hearing it from me today. That is what they are doing. Ask them. If they say that I'm lying, I will provide the fact. I'll provide the raw data to you. So how can we be Christians living in Nigeria, and now all of us have been dragged into the IOC, and they made us live by the laws that guide the Islamic organization? Is that fair? Who does that? And you want us to keep quiet? We have a right to self-identity bill 29. Right to self-identity bill 29. The United States of Biafra, reaffirming the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which addresses the individual and collective rights of indigenous people. And we have so many indigenous people in Nigeria. But today, President Tinubu and Christopher Musa have forced all of them to be under reintegrated terrorists who kill the indigenous people, take over their homes. The senators, one of the senators said that they kill them, chase them away. That's why you have proliferation of IDP camps. What is IDP camps in Nigeria? Why do Nigerians have to go and live in IDP camps? Because the reintegrated terrorists that Nigerian government approved chase these indigenous people away from their home. And Tinubu goes and builds IDP camps for them because they do not want them to return to their homes. One of the senators in the north says that they pursue them, women and children, they leave their homes because they are afraid. They don't want to be killed. 1 month or 2 months after that, those their original homes are taken over by reintegrated terrorists rehabilitated by the Nigerian state. That is what is going on. They cannot come back to their homes. So they establish IDP camps. What is the origin of the IDP camps in Nigeria? It is initiated by Tinubu and Christopher Musa. That is what they do. And then when these indigenous, innocent citizens want to go back to their homes have been taken over by terrorists. And Nigerian government is not going to say anything about that. They take over their homes. And then they will tell you that there are terrorists in Nigeria. Yeah, they need arms and all that. And you, foreign leader, you keep on supplying them with arms that they use to kill indigenous Nigerians, indigenous Biafrans. I'll continue to read. Recognizing also that Biafran individuals have the right to life, physical and mental integrity, liberty and security of person, and the collective right of indigenous people to live in freedom, peace, and security as set out in the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and emphasizing the importance of meaningfully engaging indigenous peoples in peace, agreement negotiations, transitional justice processes, conflict resolution, mediation and constructive arrangements. Following the rise in intimidation, harassment, reprisals against Biafra human rights defenders, one of them is our Prime Minister that Finland is holding today. And our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that Nigeria, Christopher Musa is holding today. And I continue to read. Including women, discrimination, hate speech, stigmatization, racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance against indigenous people who identify as Biafrans. The United States of Biafra Cabinet hereby declare that the crime of being tagged a terrorist for being Biafran by the Nigerian regime, Nigerian government, or any other government of the world, such as Finland, such as the one that Kenya did, is a violation of basic human rights. That Biafrans are a free and indigenous people who have every right to their identity, freedom, and membership in the community of world nations on an equal footing. This is our statement of right to self-identity, Bill 29. Honorable Uche, if you're available, if you can capture the cabinet members present before we vote. And pass this bill.
Cabinet members, please raise their hands. Do they need to raise their hands?
Yes.
I think they can go to their platforms and vote through the link. Go to your various platforms and vote the links there to your platforms. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Cabinet level.
Go ahead, Uche.
Please.
All right, Honorable Uche is going to post that bill on the screen, please. Cabinet members only can vote.
Natulaje bano mabuli vemelem. Kuja. Otibe kuona tulane bovo. Timalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani mona tulilu. Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Ama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelwego nezi enwe. Nubota kala kelwego nudezi. Baka na baba neno waralu nunuteyi. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe. Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banataye. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata milake kwa kwacha siyenyi kakesu ezo pabule bewelo tamano. Umu Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makano fobi abakama. Nala nugo no way. Biafra na bekele umunina. Nkabo nkani. Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekele mi. Okwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere. Wesi akene kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunele kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri diebu bebigade biche vele mongwem Abusikwo dogweji mali igbo nine Adagweji malo Biafra biya Kadumegwo chukwu Papa gisi kene logi Filipu Efyong Abusikwa nwoke kwuloku wekusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye Na ya bụ Biafra ya tulugo enete Na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo N'ọkọ gụli nwata n'aka na ele Abagisi ekene lugo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe n'olike Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọgbagi bụ ofe onye tiri ndị ilo mgbada nwụrụ ahụ n'isi
excused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike
know.
bụ mmanwụ ndị
It is
ilo
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you.
Emekene gị
Today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I
N'isi
sent a
ekene
petition to
kene logi
NJC
Biafra
about it.
COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze bịa keneli o
Is using
Abụzikwa
her
oke nwaanyị gị
position
ka
for
bụ na
personal
akpọ
gain.
n'ama
For personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'ịtọtọ
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
Ezinne m obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa
They
o
told them. They
Nwoke
told
dị na
them
nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ
that if they convict
unu
me, this is what happens.
Tisi ike n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ
Nobody wants to do
maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'elu ụwa ịmalụgo elu
That's the problem.
na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu
They sent her to my case.
Akwa gị si ike kenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe ọnụ wee kene unu jisinu ike na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ume maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka anyị malụ gị enu eyi jisienu ike ekene kenelu ụmụ ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu ndị ejezọ Biafra land bịa kenenu the great oracles of Biafra na n'unu ọnụ wee kene unu n'ama na nụnụ jisi ike n'ọrụ na Chukwu ya gba unu ume ụmụ Chukwu ụmụ Chukwu enu asị ekene kenelu ya the Prime Minister H.E. Maazị Simon Eba abụzikwa ọbata obi otu eliri ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ anụ nganga mpi ote mgbe wile nna m mmiri na-arị ugwu bịa kudu akọ mmiri na-akwa n'onu mmụọ na-akpọ akpụ bịa keneli ọdọgiri dị m ose fụrụ ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'uwe makwale n'aka ụsa dị mma n'anya mgbe eji mụ agụ ka onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nka si onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee walasa abụzikwa nwe ọbata obi ihe ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ ka o jiri kwala n'ihe onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ n'ụlọ bekele gị asị m na ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma asị na ya adịrị ụlọ niile na mma ma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa elu wutere anyị wee rie nne ma ndị anyị na-akpọ na n'udo n'ọnwụ maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụrụ ife emere eme a good legacy will last forever ma abụrụ ife emere eme and the remembrance of my blessing.
May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide our Liberation Army. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne